I want to jump over into social equity. And, we have, as one of the cornerstones of legalization, social equity, which is really giving the justice-involved communities and individuals, the opportunity to access this, this market, this industry that, for all intents and purposes, has existed for decades. But they were the ones that were most harmed by anti-cannabis prohibition. Those communities, my community, I come from these communities and represent them. So, how in fact has, social equity, the promise of social equity, how has the state, been with regard to delivering on that promise thus far?
Well, I'll start off by saying when New York legalized cannabis with the MRTA, New York is the first state to center social and economic equity at every stage of legalization. It was built into the law that at least 50% of licenses had to be issued to those who qualify as social and economic equity. That means you're from a community disproportionately impacted. That means you're a minority-owned business, you're a distressed farmer, you are a service-disabled veteran, you're a woman. With these qualifications, you can have access to reduced licensing fees. And again, the law put in place put a benchmark of awarding at least 50% of licenses to these groups. To date, the state is surpassing that goal. There's, I would say, close to 60% of all the licenses issued actually can be categorized as social and economic equity. And this isn't just about cannabis. This is about justice, jobs, generational growth, generational change. Us not people who come from these communities really having access to this multi-billion-dollar industry. I think the state of cannabis, we're surpassing that 50% goal, but until we truly see generational change, I don't think we can say we've reached the impact, the intent of what the law was.